So, the next 2 or 3 questions are all about characterization. Now, characterization is a category that most of the time I avoid. And the reason for that is that I try not to separate character from story. And I think most of the time, I think it's a mistake to do so. It's a mistake to think about your characters outside of the story that you are trying to tell about them. So when I talk about characterization, that's normally for very specific aspects of your low-level narrative technique. But here are some questions where, in some cases, here are some questions where writers are concerned about character ideas that they've had, and so need to ask questions outside of the context of their story. How can I write a character with a mental illness? First things first, don't invent a mental illness. Research mental illnesses exhaustively and carry out a diagnosis on your character. Seriously, do not make up a mental illness. Ideally, get access to a current edition of the DSM, that's the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. That's the official document that is produced regularly. I'm not sure if it's yearly, but it's regularly produced in order to ensure that members of the medical profession share the same diagnoses for the same symptoms. Use the DSM to identify the disorder that your character seems to have. If you don't intend to use a real mental illness, if you don't intend to portray it accurately and responsibly, your character won't be a human being at all. Now, extraterrestrials can have any symptoms you like, and you can call their condition whatever you want. But mental illnesses that affect humans affect us because of what makes us human, and so those are the only ones available. However, I don't see any problem with making up an infectious disease. A lot of authors of tech thrillers do it. If you invent an infectious disease, you still need to research the way that the human body reacts to various forms of attack. Otherwise, the disease you've invented will not seem realistic in any case.